And this spot over here is still closed off? Or it probably wasn't even open in the first place. It was all fake, wasn't it?
Alright, let's get some music back in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about music. Actually, let's go back to that. What was it? Witcher music that we listened to before? Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
We were listening to the picnic music.
Picnic.
So,
How do I get rid of this order?
oh, I'll get rid of it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
If you want to learn how to do it, so click on your token, go to the cog,
Yeah.
and then just put the distance to 0 on the next to the color space.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
To change how it can be seen to other people, go to the edit section at the top. So it's like basic and advanced rather.
I'm only getting the basic box. I'm only getting
oh,
the
that must
bars
be a-
and the yeah. I think you're
really
seeing more than I am.
Well, allow me to do it then. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Illusory Dragon is an 8th level spell in the PHP. Or my bad, PHP. Zanny.
Is it specifically called Illusionary Dragon?
Illusory
Illusory Dragon.
Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Wild time.
In fact, here, let me just hit the button for you. Where is it? Nope. Where the fuck am I looking? Am I blind? I am.
Oh.
It's such a
Nice,
spell. Oh
isn't it?
god, that's a strong fucking spell.
Up to 1 minute.
Yeah. I was telling Garth this. It says at the bottom specifically you have to spend your action to examine it. I figured you guys wouldn't say that specifically. Like, I look to see if the dragon burning us alive is real. I figured you guys wouldn't say that. I had a more lenient definition of that because I don't want you guys to die. And also, the Venkoshi forces were collectively rolling at the beginning of each round. So if you guys saw me roll a d20 plus 7 or something earlier, that's what they're doing.
So it was
But yeah.
technically a timed encounter kind of thing.
To a degree, but it is technically infinite if we just keep rolling badly. Or rather,
Sure.
up to a minute. So yeah.
Ah yes, concentration up to a minute.
By the way, how long does the Fleetfoot ability last? Because it says once per long rest, but it doesn't say when it ends.
It just goes until the long rest.
Oh, nifty.
No, I should probably nerf that.
Probably.
I'll give it like 10 minutes.
I was gonna say an hour, but 10 minutes is fine.
Where the fuck are the Fleetfoot? Once per long rest. I can hear it.
Also, since it's boots, could we flavor text it that instead of like flying, she's just like running up like an invisible staircase effectively?
Sure.
Hey,
Just miming.
effectively. Gotta get that fucking cardio in the middle of a fight. Actually, I think the cardio is the dragon.
5 minutes. So yeah, I'll put in a thing for Fleetfoot that if once you turn it off early, it depletes it 5 minutes. So you could still turn it on again right now if you were to turn it off right now.
Okay.
It's just a significant. So you can't turn it off twice.
So
Or
it kind
you can
of
turn it
has,
off
like, a
twice, but
charge.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I have a similar mechanic for one of the Arsonalists or something like that.
Just walk over there.
And we need healing.
I mean, I'm certainly not gonna pass that one up. Hello?
Sarvaton's Zifrik goes up to you guys. Good eye. He says loading. It's a common thing for anyone that is in a firefight to get an ingrained protocol after a firefight to load your weapon while you're not in a firefight.
Fair. Yeah, she just gives a nod in his direction of thank you. And she looks into the water and tries to see if she can find the probably laughing their ass off fairy.
Roll perception. That being said, the Monotray are like fucking here in all force now. They're like, nope. There ain't
Nope,
ain't no one getting out. Bring all the NPCs out.
And the Ruhan, who's technically an NPC.
Give me a second. Why did I close her sheet for? I really shouldn't have. That or I didn't close her sheet, it's just hidden somewhere. Nope, I actually closed her sheet. That was silly of me.
Have you checked
She
the
doesn't have
fourth
stealth
monitor?
train? I didn't train her in stealth.
Shame.
Hey,
Hey, it's
I
only
mean, it's fine.
18.
I mean, it's just advantage anyways because she's technically invisible while in the water. Not
Damn,
that
it is
fucking
not meant to be.
fairies don't need to be stealthy after all. You see that form, that bluish, that brighter. It's actually much brighter now. This is how I had to give this talk yesterday to one of my players. I was like, just because you're on that one doesn't mean that you literally become retarded for like 3 seconds and can't do anything properly. It just means that like failed. Like there's nothing, there's no critical failures technically. So
It's critical success.
yeah,
which
I
doesn't
had to
do
explain
shit.
that to him. I was like, just because you fail doesn't mean you fail in an atrocious manner unless we just dictate the narrative calls for it. In a similar manner here, you spot that patch of blue, something a patch that you hadn't seen before. You call out to it. Or I assume you call out to it. What do you do actually?
Oh, yeah.
I should. You do call out to it.
Yeah, she like, I guess whistles like she's trying to get someone's attention and does like the come here motion.
At the water, at the monitor.
The water.
Okay.
And she would also like hold up. She would try to get whoever's like the kind of commander in this case.
The
and-
Sarvaton.
Sarvaton, thank you. I couldn't remember the word. And be like, don't shoot immediately.
He gives you a look of, you can't command me to do that.
Can I request it?
You can request it. Anyone that needs healing, a number of plants sprout out around Abigail.
Delicious fruits.
Oh,
Delicious
Nestor. She says she grabs a gourd and just crushes it in her hand. This sort of not astral, more like stardust, glittery essence breaks from it and just surges into her. Them's just free hit test right there.
Yeah, I'll take some healing.
Reapply her inspiring leader as well, Lilith.
So just how many? She can
11.
just keep conjuring this, right?
She can keep giving it. Yeah, that.
So do I just heal to full?
How much health are you missing? That's probably the bigger question.
I am at 60 out of 78. So 18.
There's only 4. Wait, 3? How many? Is it Charisma Mod or Prof? It's Charisma Mod. So there's only 4 of these. That means that she can expend 2 more healing light charges. So yeah, let's do this. So 36 plus 8 plus. Probably just like I just do like 2d10 plus 8 plus 2d8 plus 8. That's probably better. 48 health across everyone that needs healing. I mean, a lot of you probably Varric didn't even Varric didn't even drop to his actual health. So I'm pretty sure 48 heals up everyone, including Ruhan.
Yeah, okay.
And then Abigail takes a short rest, thus regaining her healing light charges and her bounty. So
what you're saying is, we good.
You guys heal back to full. The only thing you guys are missing at this point are spell slots.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
I was not gonna lie. There's one other thing that could have indicated that it was fake. I can't access the cheat right now. What the heck? Oh, there we go. If it didn't succeed on a saving throw, it would do this. Not legendary. Impossible.
It's like, I'm fine.
An illusory dragon is immune to all damage and conditions, so thusly it is immune to everything. Because it's not real, silly.
I do remember at the beginning of the fight, I said something along the lines of, "Can I check to make sure this is the same dragon?"
I mean, you would have. I would have confirmed it. Yeah, this is the same dragon.
This is the same. It's just not at the same time.
I didn't say it's a fake dragon. It is the same dragon you saw before.
It's just like, I just find it ironic that it's like I was like 1 step away.
I mean, you're the one that got it.
Yeah.
Losha does. It's weird watching like the head emerge from the water tension when like there's no body, because you could see into the water. There's no body underneath. It just
It's just this weird
changes.
amorphous blob.
You hear collectively the sound of a bunch of guns get pointed at her. They don't fire, to their credit, and you do note that the Sarvaton behind you has his hand up, like in a pausing motion. You figure if he makes a fist motion with it, it means fire. At the cocking of multiple crossbows, bows, and guns, her head does dip into the water more. So before her entire head was out, past to her neck area, but at that she dips so just her the bridge of her nose and her eyes and the top of her head are visible.
So did you have your fun?
No. No. We'll say she sticks her head up out of the water for that.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where her mouth is out of it.
Most of the test then.
No.
Was that you?
But
at all?
if it were one, you would have passed.
What's the point of it then?
To get you to leave.
Or die trying.
Would never have died.
Well, it appears to have had the opposite effect, hasn't it?
It is not my intent to kill. Only just Wade.
So you just want to be left
Well-
alone?
Roll inside.
Sure, I can do that and probably get a 7.
Take
Says
part.
hoping that he's wrong. Hey!
Oh, look at you
I
learning.
know.
That might actually
Hey,
save
yeah,
it, too.
girl.
I'm so proud
Oh,
of
that's a
myself.
decent roll now.
19. Okay.
Hopefully she rolls bad on deception or persuasion, what the fuck?
She has that persuasion train, ironically enough.
I feel like all fairies should just have, if it's charisma, yes.
Her head sinks a bit lower. Again, Losha has had this mask of apathy this whole time. But you see a break in it through her eyes. You know, they say eyes are the windows into the soul, after all. Sometimes a bit literally. You see a break just in her vision, her eyes. It is one of concern. And not self-concern.
Look, if you're trying to protect someone you care for, I understand that. I truly do.
Roll persuasion.
The lettering on the waterfall, that's for someone, isn't it?
25. It is. It's for anyone that can read it.
Is it you asking for that, or...
She begins to begin walking towards the shallows, and at this, maybe some of the rifles were lowered before, but as she gets closer, if they were pointed at her before, they're now shouldered and aimed at her. The Sarvaton, you notice, you can see the shadow, the reflection of him in the water. He has not moved his arm. But that seems to be a risk she's willing to take. I am not asking for it. I am it. A bit of, not annoyance, probably more akin to passion in her voice. Something you would expect more from a fairy. She looks at Korak. You speak. You say that you know what it's like to defend someone you care for.
It's who I am. It's what I am.
Only those you care for. No one else.
Them above all, but those who need it.
Even if they don't want it, you would still help. What if they hate you for your aid? Shun you? Would you still help?
If it keeps them alive, if it's... Yes. Yes, I would.
Do you speak for all of you? I ignore the ones whose arms are pointed at me. It's not them I'm wondering.
I will not put words in their mouths, but I would like to think so. I turn to the group. I look at them.
Nod in agreement, I guess.
It's just between PCs right now. I don't have shit for anyone else. I have something for Abigail, but I mean, like, I don't know what to say. I feel like Ruan would go along with the sentiment, though.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is the betterment of others, so yes.
Every passion requires sacrifice, no matter what the cost. And there's no higher passion than those you care for. Very just nods at that. Not like a nod, but more like a yeah. 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 It's the sort of nod you would have to while listening to Untitled by Simple Plan. How could this happen to me? Sort of shit.
Redemption and forgiveness. Yeah.
She looks at Lorelei.
Lofty
Very
ambitions.
specifically. I think if you're doing right by them, they won't be mad at you. Lofty ambitions indeed. She finally gives a smile. But I suppose you all will be the ones to assure such. Very well. I speak this, and if needed, I will speak it thrice. So I swear. Your friend, the Dragon Knight you have all been seeking, is alive. She is near. She is here. Lorelei gives a massive sigh of relief.
Mirrored by Gore.
That which the illusion said was purposeful. Test, if you would call it that. Though not one of my intent, but one you would have to face yourself. She sleeps under the island.
Well, I suppose the path then is clear, is it not?
But how do we get down there?
Good question.
I throw my head towards the waterfall.
I am one of her sworn guardians. Yes. If you wish to parlay,
Mhm.
the portal opens up once more. If you wish to parlay, then we may. Oh, that's too small. But I will not have them. She says, looking at the monitor.
Understandable.
You hear the Sarvaton step forward and whisper to you, Rose. Inadvisable. She did just attack us. And you never know of fairies.
Am I close enough to hear that?
I'll roll like a really shy stealth. When I say shy, it's +4. Oh,
I think
I
his
won't add
main
the
goal is to make
proficiency
sure she
bonus.
can't hear it.
I won't add the proficiency bonus because if so, that'd be like +8. Cool. Okay. Yeah, with your passive perception, yeah, you hear it. Honestly, she probably hears it too.
Yeah. I don't think he
I would
minds if
just-
she hears it, though, is the thing.
Probably.
I would whisper back, but necessary.
Debatable.
Not particular.
It is. There are other ways down. There are other places on this island. There are other beings here that might know things. If you're quick to put your eggs in one basket, then by all means, go through the portal. But don't expect us to look for your bodies, or deliver your rights to your next of kin.
Korik nods.
You made it sound
At
as
the
if there are...
Sarvaton just does like a gesture with his hand. The men don't ever take their arms down from pointing at her. But they back up. Nice human line. Once they're a good enough distance away from the water, he eventually drops his head, and you guys hear collectively a bunch of guns getting lowered. Not put away, but at least lowered. Guns, crossbows, bows, etc. On your heads may it lie, then, adventurers. Although I will say, if you guys come back to camp, expect due inspection.
As is proper.
Rose nods. Thank you for
Yeah,
your time and
that seems
restraint,
fair.
Sarvatons. And...
May the gods keep you.
She did make it sound like there were more guardians.
There are. Though, you won't find them in a amiable and conversational mood.
They'll try to kill us before talking to us.
She doesn't say anything about that.
I look to everyone.
Well, who's up for a swim?
There is no need. She dunks her head under the water. Or rather, she becomes the water by submerging her head in the water. And a bunch of subaquatic flora begin weaving together, forming a bridge.
Ooh.
Oh, bravo.
She begins lifting up like Chris Angel style, just levitating until she's just basically walking on the water. And she just sort of waits next to the bridge.
Well, would you like me to take point?
Allow me.
Hmm?
Lorelei just begins going over.
Okay.
Just do this.
I'll follow.
I'll just come in behind.
Rose, make sure
You
get
guys,
across
what's your
line.
guys' past perceptions?
This number.
What
Oh
did
wait,
you see
did
there,
you
sorry?
count cracks? Because I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah.
spaced.
Oh wait, no, yeah. So minus, I think it's 2, so 14.
Past
Did you
perception.
ask for? Sorry.
Thank-
Oh, pass
thanks,
perception.
Passive, sorry. And then Ruhan should be 13?
13.
Oh god.
Good catch.
Oh no, he's 15 now because he, I think, got buffed a little bit. Yeah.
Good on you, sport.
So, yeah, before you step onto the bridge, quote unquote, I'll call it the woven bridge. You look around at the splendor of this place once more. A bit different now, but still beautiful. Certainly has a more fantastical element now. And you catch, as you're looking, just sort of just going around in circles, look around the place, the waterfall crashing down over here. You do note the Sarvatine is still barely visible way out, giving you guys one last look.
Mm-hmm.
He notes that he sees that you're seeing him. Does like a 2-finger flick salute, like a goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
See you later. Smell you later, nerd. Before he disappears behind a tree. Company fast acquired, just as quickly lost. I assume
Alright.
that this is the marching order then.
I'll just wave back in case any of them are still looking.
Abigail insists upon being last. For hopefully obvious reasons. Hopefully. You guys step through. Or Lorelei first, I suppose, but you guys step through. One by one, no magic-y transition happens. It's like stepping through a door. Because it is. Just that. A door. You guys don't go into the Feywilds, as seamless a transition as that would probably be. You guys are in a place illuminated by bioluminescent plant life. As I was saying before, streams are aplenty. You're basically constantly stepping in some shallow puddle or some trickling stream. The place is overgrown in, I want to say, a 70% capacity. You see some stonework peek out here and there, some stalags as well. We'll move us off this map and back. She eventually follows behind, truly the last one behind, once Abigail is content with that this isn't some sort of trick. Which it still might be, but not in a very blatant one, which would just be outright offending. And the door, quote unquote, the stream, closes behind you, and you guys are basically just, you have no clue where. Equivalencies of a subterranean environment. Follow me. She strides past all of you, this, I don't know, 8-foot, 10-foot wide cavernous corridor, and begins leading you guys deeper into her abode. It doesn't take too long, less than a minute, not more than 20 paces before Abigail strides to the front and asks, or rather says, "It is so very courteous of you to have us as guests in your home." The nymph pauses and turns around with a smile. Not a smirking one, not a mischievous or sarcastic one, just a genuine smile. "It is my pleasure." This catches Abigail off guard. Well, nonetheless, thank you. By the rules of Fey culture, or just elder culture in general, she cannot harm you guys while in this place. Purposely so, at least.
and we have
Similar-
to somewhat
similarly
abide
though-
similarly.
Similarly, though, you cannot do the same. You cannot harm her purposely so.
Neutral ground.
It is neutral ground for as long as you guys are here. Once you guys leave and come back, that's a different story. As you guys strode through the place, roll me your perceptions. It's not dim light here. It's rather bright, if anything, weirdly enough.
-2.
Alright, because cracks.
Yeah. So 11 for me.
Only a 21.
Oh.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
How's that nat 20 holding you, huh?
She sees
Oh my
all.
god.
You've gotten like 3 today alone.
Well
Oh my
done.
god. I
Rolling
think I've grown a
nuts.
third eye.
Rose and Fia, as you guys are walking through the place, you notice that the plant life around you actually shifts. Not a matter of like it's trying to dodge you, but more of it stirs, as if being awoken. The streams become bigger, becoming, well, small rivers. The puddles stop being so shallow and actually sort of seclude themselves to the edges, becoming watery walkways, plants flowing through them. As you guys are walking through the place, the two of you notice that the plants stir, and some of them might even rise. How peculiar. That's what you notice with a 21. It's in perception. Fia with a 32, though, you know what stirs underneath you. What stirs around you, rather. It's a very, I won't say common, but it is a recurring creature in fairy tales, actually. And you pray to the gods that no fight breaks out in here against them, because you and them as a spellcaster would not get along at all. If anything, the exact opposite. What stirs around you, the lotus in the waters, are lotus golems.
There's fucking plant golems.
Oh, you don't know about lotus golems, my friend. Let me tell you a fun thing. Lotus golems actually absorb magic. They are walking spell slot batteries for whomever requires them.
That is a
Whoever.
Oh no.
That's a powerful ass fucking enemy.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
And, you know, you're happy that their boss, or at least someone that constitutes their boss, is on your side.
Mhm.
Or at least is sworn to not attack you guys. So you keg golem, fractal golem, lesser golem, mud golem, wood golem, lotus golem. There it is, right before the monostorm golem. But we'll get to that later.
Huh?
Let's see. Arcane Pool. The Lotus Golem absorbs magic from you by spellcasting. Most Lotus Golems hold 1 charge point at any given time, but can hold up to 4. As a bonus action while casting a spell within 5 feet of the Lotus Golem, the Golem's controller can expend the charge points of a Golem to cast a spell without expending spell slots. Reaction. Arcane Absorption. When a spell is cast within 30 feet of it, the Golem absorbs some of the spell's potency. If it is a spell that forces a saving throw, the DC to succeed is dropped by 2. If it's a spell that has an attack roll, it has disadvantage. The Golem regains 20 HP and gains 1 charge pool point. So yeah, you remember your tutelage, your upbringing, and remember these fantastical creatures.